guys, welcome back to the channel. It's Lauren. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you're doing well. We have not talked about new makeup launches in a very long time on this channel, and there have been some really amazing things that have come out, so that's what we're gonna do today. I do have to say though, I'm in a time crunch. My mom is coming into town. I'm so excited, and so I wanted to get at least another video up before Sunday. So I'm not sure if this video is gonna be super long. I'm trying to keep it chill with the editing, chill with, you know, what we're talking about, and so I really want to hit on the major things that have come out, because I think it's kind of crazy that really I haven't talked about the new Natasha Denona palette on the channel. I got tagged so many times. I have so many people asking if I'm gonna get it, what I think about it, so we're definitely gonna talk about that one, and I'm excited to talk about it, although I don't know how I feel about it, but you know, whatever. Okay, yeah, but anyway, my mom's coming into town. I'm so excited. I'm throwing a party for myself. It's like my 100K 30th birthday party bash, and I was gonna do it earlier in the year, but that had to be pushed back, and so it's this weekend, and I'm so excited. So anyway, I'm probably gonna vlog a little. We'll see. I don't know what I'm actually gonna do, so I don't wanna lie to you, but yeah, I might do my mom's makeup or something on camera in the vlog. Let me know if you'd be interested in seeing that. I did it when she was here earlier this year, and I thought maybe we could film it this time, but anyway, yeah, let's just get into the actual launches and what this video is actually about. I feel like there's quite a bit of new stuff out on the market, and I just have been trying to keep up, but not entirely. So like I said, I'm just gonna hit on the top things, the things that actually I have an opinion on, not all the like little details like who gives a shit about. And so if I don't mention it here, I either don't care about it or I missed it. It could easily be that. All right, so I'm just gonna start with the Natasha Denona palette. This is the pastel eyeshadow palette from Natasha Denona. This did get leaked, and then it actually was available in Europe before it was available here in the US and in other parts of the world. So I've seen a few things here and there, and here's the thing, I'm torn. I'm so torn on this. Part of me really likes that this is colorful. Part of me is thinking about the Natasha Denona universe and how this will be amazing as singles. I would love to have each of these shadows as singles to make new palettes with, incorporate some of the neutral shades. I love that this is one of the smaller palettes, like that is amazing. But if I'm being honest, when I look at this as its own color story, it's not my favorite. I like everything individually way more than together. There's a lot of these like pinky purple tones that seem kind of similar. I'm sure in person they're not, and I'm sure finishes are different, but I'm talking about like the overall aesthetic of looking at the color story. Does it grab me? Does it say, buy me, buy me? No, like these shadows in this configuration, it's kind of like Circle Loco, like, that's interesting. That's different. I love that lime green. I love that kind of periwinkle purple blue. It looks like there's like a duochrome in here. Like, I wonder how this will be pigmentation wise, because Natasha Denona is so pigmented usually, but these are pastels, which are, I feel like traditionally not pigmented or kind of weak. So yeah, I do plan on picking this up. I'm still deciding if I'm gonna pick it up like when it actually launches. I think that's like the 13th, so I kind of got to get on it. Or if I'm going to wait until a sale. Like, I've gotten over the fact that most likely if Natasha Denona comes out with a palette where the pans are removable, there's a very good chance that I will buy it. It's more about when I will buy it. Will I buy it full price? Will I buy it on sale? Those are really the questions. I'm done lying to myself and looking like a fool saying I'm not gonna buy stuff. I've kind of just changed on that. So I'm leaning toward buying it at launch, one, to make a video for you guys, because I just feel like there's a lot of like hype and buzz around it, and I'm sure you guys would want to know my thoughts. If I do buy it, or if I don't, I do plan on doing a video duping out the colors, kind of creating my own color story, so that will be coming. I know a lot of you guys have asked for that. And another reason that's pushing me, besides like obviously having a channel, because it's $65 and not the larger palette, that also is just so much, like, it's just a better price point, right? So at this point, I'm like 85% sure I'm going to purchase it, but we'll see. I'd love to know what you guys think of the color story. There's just something about it that's like not as cohesive as I'd like. I also feel like she does this a lot where there seems like two colors kind of similar to each other, like the two teal greens that are both looking like shimmers, like kind of similar. I don't know. I don't know. Sometimes her color stories, when she, you know, deviates from doing something neutral, I am just, you know, we're all different, not how I would do it. And I feel like that's how I think about this like color story as it is. Like, interesting, not how I would do it. Like the colors individually together. It's a choice. It's a choice. Anyway, that's my thoughts if you wanted to know. I wanted to also talk about this Byredo palette. This is the Flora Kalahari palette. $96. Woo! It's a lot of money. It's a shit ton of neutrals. There is something, I'm not gonna purchase this, like I don't intend to, but there's something about it that made me look a couple times at it, as opposed to maybe a year and a half ago or 2 years ago. There's no way I would even look at this longer than a second. Like I would just be like, whatever. I think something that draws me to this, and something that I think that luxury formulas can do, is they're just easy, usually. So they're usually like a satin shimmery type of product, sometimes some mattes, but really you're not gonna get tons of sparkle. You're not gonna necessarily get something metallic, but something about the satin formula that I feel like gets overlooked is just the magic of how it looks on the lid, especially just as a one shadow look blended everywhere. It can be sultry, sexy, it could be anything you want it to be. And I do find that a lot of the times when I'm watching people create looks, like makeup artists create looks on models for runway, things like that, unless it's ultra specific, even for like photo shoots, I feel like those satins are coming in, you know? So anyway, I'm not gonna pick it up. Way too expensive, like I said. It seems like there's a lot of repeats, but I would definitely want to swatch this. Like if I was in a store and they were like, oh, we have that palette, I would be over there looking at it, seeing it in person. You know, again, the color story to me is a little bit, I don't know, not my favorite, but the idea of how these would work, I guess, I like, if that makes any sense. This is something I want to pick up. This is a highlighter palette from MAC. I'm just fingers crossed over here I won't get burned by it if I actually pick it up, because the MAC stuff hasn't been working out for me lately, but I really love this, and I'm surprised because it's a highlighter palette, and I think we all know highlighter palette, like, are you gonna use that many of the colors? But I kind of feel like I would, though. Like I would use all those colors. Actually, don't test me. I'll do it. I'll do it. The pressing in the pans, the way that these look like they will shine, has my heart, and I might pick them up. Magnificent Moon, like, it's just too cute. Eyeshadow palette, lame-o to me, and I like neutral and lame, but the highlighter palette, that's what I'm talking about. I might pick that one up. 9 minutes in, not too bad. Okay, let's talk about the Nabla Read My Mind palette, because this, when I started seeing teasings of this palette, I was really excited because I don't know if I've ever had a Nabla palette. I really don't, but I've been missing them. I feel like they were coming out with a lot of stuff, like the Dreamy, the Bloom, I don't know, Secret Garden, Treasured Garland, I don't know all the names, whatever. But I was excited because, you know, like I just bought a bronzer from Nabla finally, and it's great. I love my highlighter from Nabla. Like the things I've tried from Nabla, I really enjoy, and so I was definitely keeping my eye on this. And I give it props for creativity, kind of. So this is kind of like 4 quads in a palette. You're supposed to be able to like mix and match, and it's a whole thing. It says 16 innovative shades laid out to be read in multiple ways, by lines, by quads, by mixing and matching. And you know what? I gifted my friend the Glam palette from Natasha Denona, and something that was like, I don't know, a light bulb in a way. She was like, oh, this is so amazing. It tells you where to put them. And then everyone else was like, oh, that's so good. I have no idea what to do. And I kind of take for granted that I know a lot about makeup, I guess, and how to apply it, and that was like super helpful. So I do think that the idea of it being easier to maybe picture how to put things together by quads and creating different color stories can be really helpful. Like it seems almost gimmicky to me, but I'm realizing, oh, for other people, you know, depending on where your skill level's at, your knowledge level's at, that might be really, really helpful. So I do love a part of that. I just wish it was smaller looking or something about the colors. Like I don't know what it is, and I can't tell if this is one of those palettes that maybe I just don't get on pictures, but if I had it in my hands, it would all click. There's many palettes that have done that for me once I actually get them, but I'm not sure if this is it. I'd love to know if you've picked this one up, because it's been out for a little bit, what you think, how you're feeling about it. I need to look into if there's glitters in the shimmer formulas, because they tend to do that, unfortunately. So we'll see. There's still a part of me, lots of mattes though in here. I'm still kind of tempted. It's 50-50 if like it'll turn into like, oh hell yeah, I'm glad I bought it, or like, yeah, I knew. Like you knew this, why'd you fucking buy it? So I don't know what to do. I feel torn. Yeah, it's just, I don't know what to do. That's how I feel. I'm gonna touch on the Monochromance palette from Hindash because I did pick this one up and I have a video on it. I will leave it down below for you to check out if you haven't seen it. This was like a surprise pickup for me, but this was one where I was just like, I love trying new brands. I of course want to try something from Hindash and his brand, so this one seemed like a pretty good launch to do that with, and so far I'm still testing it. I'm still on the fence. I used it as a blush again more recently, and everyone in the video I wore it in was like, your blush looks so good. Oh my gosh, your blush. So y'all love the blush, okay? You guys love it as a blush. I think it works so great as a blush. Do not dip your grubby little fucking fingers in it, okay? If I can tell you one thing, if you're gonna pick it up, just don't do it. I did it for the swatches for that video. My palette looks like a disaster. I gotta get the tape out so I can like reset it, refresh it, factory reset on that palette because it looks absolutely terrifying. Like I've just dipped oil into both sides of the pans. But other than that, I have still been enjoying it. It's just so expensive, but it's so different in Luxe, and I don't know, it's just it's in a category all of its own. I definitely think I'll need a lot of time with this palette before I could ever give like a recommendation on whether I think it's worth it. It's just not like that to me. I don't know, but everyone in the comments, like everyone's either like, it is so worth it. I love the original. I love this one. People like love it, or people are like, hell no. So I feel like it might be one of those ones where you just have to try it yourself to find out if you like it, if you're one of the ones who likes it, or if you don't. The one last thing I will say about this palette is that I was reading up on the website and stuff, and you know, a big part of this formula was to create like a second skin. And I do think that that is accomplished by this formula in that it's not powdery and it doesn't ever look powdery on your skin, and that's why I think it works so great for like a blush. It really looks like I'm flushing. Like something about the formula, although it's obviously sitting on top of all these other products, looks almost like it's shining from underneath. It's very, very interesting and different. I mean, I think where it's at are gonna be when those blushes come out. That's what I gotta say. Okay, so I picked that one up, and I'm not like mad that I picked it up, and I think that I could get some use, but it's expensive as heck, so I don't know. What a conclusive review, right? A million foundations have hit the market. I want every single one. I feel like I was like into dewy skin before everyone else was. No, not really, but I'm just saying I had been making the transition a little bit sooner, I feel like, than when the foundations were coming out for it. And so there was a long time where we were still getting super full coverage. We were still getting matte stuff, and that just wasn't what I was interested in. And now we're finally getting this explosion of amazing looking, it's seeming, foundations. So Makeup Forever has redone their HD skin foundation. Yeah, it is the new and improved Ultra HD formula. So this is like, at least for when I'm remembering, like the third reformulation of that foundation that I've seen. I love that foundation. At least the times I've used it. I haven't tried this new one, but it's a great foundation and it makes me want to get another bottle of that. So that one looks so good. I want to try that out. There's a new Danessa Myricks foundation. It's called the Yummy Skin Glow Serum. Like, that sounds amazing, right? That sounds so amazing. I want to try that. Like, it just seems like a product from my dreams that I hope for. We've already had the NARS foundation come out this year. I really still want to try the Kosas one because I've been using the concealer again, and I'm like, oh, it's so nice. I know there was another foundation though. Jens is coming out with another foundation. This is the Super Serum Silk Foundation. Like, yes, thank you very much. Like, I am so excited for that one. It's really all too much, and I thought it was bad at 3, and now we're getting up to like 6, 7 foundations I want to try. So I don't know. I might go into Sephora and just see for the, I don't think Jens is carried at Sephora, but for the brands that are, I might go in and see and swatch because I'm itching to try them, you know? And I really want to make sure though, the shade match, like I have the best potential match that I can by swatching in store instead of ordering online and shit being completely different. So let me know if you'd like to see. I mean, I'm not the foundation girl. I'm the eyeshadow girl, you know? So I don't know if you guys would want to see it, but maybe, you know, I really want to test it out. Maybe I could do something like more long form video and put it all in one. I don't know. I don't know what I want to do, but that's something I'm thinking. And yeah, I feel like there's just so many good ones. I just feel like my new favorite is in there. I just hope I try it first instead of last. We have to talk about Colourpop because, of course, this is the Limelight collection. It looks like the Tinkerbell collection, but without Tinkerbell and a little bit brighter maybe. I mean, I think it's a fun poppy color story. The greens and the browns. I feel like that's really so many greens. Angelica's palette has a lot of greens in it. I saw something from like Beauty Bay come out. Like, I just feel like green is it. It's springtime. Like, I get it, you know? I don't think I'm gonna pick it up, but these swatches look really yummy, and they have some like the Jelly Much shadows in there as well. So I thought that was like an interesting collection. I just feel like it's similar. It's pretty similar feeling to the Tinkerbell. I overall feel like and I don't know if you guys feel this way, that Colourpop hasn't been releasing as much stuff lately. I don't know, let me know if you feel like that. There was the Darth Vader collection, I haven't touched on that. That's just not my style, really. Like, I can see amazing looks, but like my everyday style, hell no. I'm not really into Star Wars, I know, it's a travesty. But yeah, so to me, no, not really my thing, but I think it's a cool color story, and if you are into Star Wars and you like that type of look, I mean, it would be a killer palette for you. But yeah, it just feels kind of dead over there. Lots of cream blushes coming out. I want to touch on the Huda Beauty stick ones. They look so pretty. I'm gonna try really hard not to get tempted and sucked into the cream blush thing, you know, because I did it last year and I like them, don't get me wrong. I think they're so pretty, but I am into powder right now, so I'm like, oh. The fantasy's almost getting me with these stick blushes. They're a little bit, not cheap looking. It's fine, I think they look nice. It's just not as extravagant, I guess, but I like that the outer tubes match the inside so you could easily, you know, pick out the color in your collection. That's what I like. You got a big collection, you gotta see stuff visually so that you can use it. I feel like that helps me anyway. The other cream blushes, these ones are from Moira. I don't know if I'm saying that right, I'm so sorry. Anyway, these are the Love Heat cream blushes. These also look like delicious, divine. I want to dive into them. I like the color selection of these quite a bit as well because it's a lot more neutral. So those have me, and I think these might be a bit more of an yeah, $8.50 each. Now those I might try, but I don't know. I'm gonna try not I'm gonna try not to. I have some amazing cream blushes. I'm gonna be going through my collection soon, so hopefully I can get excited for some of those things. This NARS stuff was kind of exciting. I don't know why this eyeshadow palette. I think that because I have like FOMO from not getting the Bijou palette during holiday. Like, I'm so sad about that. I'm also really sad I didn't get the Alamar Encanto palette. Oh, I went to go try to get it. Sold out. I'm like, what is my problem? Anyway, anyway, something about this palette makes me want to get it because of that. But then I look at the swatches and I'm like, you don't need that shit, girl. You don't need that shit. So I don't know if I'll pick that up. If I'm in store and they have it, maybe I'll swatch it and see if there's any special shimmers, and that, you know, they just need to get a new swatch person and like photographer for that, because this shit looks boring and dry and just the worst. I'm disappointed in the blush situation. It's just like, guys, I know that everyone loves these blushes, but I just want, like, do more blushes. I fucking love the blushes. Just do something different. I never thought I'd say too many orgasms, you know? Too many orgasm blushes everywhere. We need something else, you know? We need something else. Okay, this was kind of exciting. This is the Pillow Talk Multi-Glow Highlighter from Charlotte Tilbury. Kind of interested. We'll see how it actually looks. I don't know if it's going to be the shine that I want, but I have my eye peeled for that because it looks plush, and I've just, you know, I've learned sometimes those expensive highlighters, they just make you feel good and it's worth it. So I'm gonna keep my eye out, definitely keep my eyes open for reviews on that one, because if it's good, I feel like it's gonna be really good. You guys, I really don't care that much about anything else, at least that I'm seeing right now. So I think that I'm just going to end it here. Oh, maybe I'll talk about this palette I already ordered from Cosette. One of you guys tagged me in it, and so I decided to pick it up because I was like, you're right, I will like this. This is the Crystal Cream eyeshadow palette. It has 8 different shadows in it, and they already had this formula, but they put their 8 best-selling shades in a palette. So I was like, cream, but in a palette and shimmery, like, I'm excited for it. And I've wanted to try Cosette single eyeshadows for a very long time, and I kind of just forgot. I just forgot about them. So I'm super excited that's coming to me. I thought I would shout it out here because, yeah, it's like an interesting one. It looks beautiful, and I have my fingers crossed that it's gonna be good, and I'm excited to try a new brand. I think that's where I'm at, where it's fun trying like new brands, really. Like, it's fun when you find that perfect launch from a new brand. Oh, that's been keeping the sparkle alive for me. But I think I'm gonna end it here. I know it's a little bit of a shorter one, so I hope you don't mind, but I'd rather get something up for you guys today instead of nothing, so I hope that's okay. But yeah, let me know what you guys have picked up recently, what you've been loving, maybe anything you want me to try, let me know. But yeah, thank you so much for being here. I really hope you're doing well, and I will see you in the next video. Bye, guys.